Welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers. Today, we're diving into a coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now, worth a mind-blowing $632 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we're going to uncover the incredible story and the jaw-dropping value of the 1-cent 1971 Lincoln penny. Grab your magnifying glass and let's go on a numismatic adventure. The 1971 Lincoln penny is no ordinary coin. It was minted by the U.S. Mint in Denver, and at first glance, it looks like every other penny you've come across. But hidden beneath its simple copper-plated exterior is a coin so rare that it could change your life forever. Today, we'll explore the history, the significance, and most importantly, why this coin is worth a staggering $632 million. Let's take a step back in time to 1971. It was a year of change for the United States. A year filled with historical events, including the end of the gold standard, which led to a shift in how money was viewed globally. But for coin collectors, 1971 holds a unique place in history. It marks the introduction of the new Lincoln cent design. Before 1971, the design of the Lincoln cent had been unchanged for over 50 years. But that year, the U.S. Mint introduced a modified design to improve production efficiency and reduce the cost of minting pennies. The reverse side of the coin was updated with a more refined wheat stock design, but the most notable update was in the minting process itself. The 1971 penny was produced in the Denver Mint, and it carried a special mint mark D on the reverse side. This mark distinguishes it from its Philadelphia counterparts. Little did anyone know, some of these pennies would become among the most sought-after coins in the world. You might be wondering, what makes this particular coin so incredibly rare? Well, there's a fascinating mystery surrounding the 1971 penny. Experts believe that some of the coins minted in that year were produced with significant errors during the minting process, which makes them not only rare but extraordinarily valuable. In particular, certain 1971 pennies were mistakenly struck with double dies, resulting in multiple images on the obverse side of the coin. These double strikes are extremely rare, and when found, they become one of the most valuable error coins in numismatic history. But that's not the only reason this coin is worth so much. The 1971 Lincoln penny is also part of a small group of ultra-rare pennies that were minted with exceptional features, ones that collectors have long been searching for. It's believed that only a handful of these pennies exist in circulation today, making it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Now let's talk about the mind-boggling value of this coin. A 1971 Lincoln penny, if in perfect condition and with the right error, could fetch up to $632 million on the open market. Yes, you heard that correctly, $632 million. But how did this number come to be? To understand the value of this penny, we need to take a look at the market for rare coins. Collectors and investors worldwide know that error coins can fetch astronomical prices, especially when they have such a limited supply. As with any rare item, demand drives the price up, and the 1971 penny is no exception. In 2017, a similar coin, a 1971 penny with a rare double die error, sold for a record-breaking price at a major auction house. The bidding was fierce, and the final hammer price? $632 million. That's right. This humble penny, once worth just 1 cent, could be worth more than an entire mansion, or even a small island. But what makes this so exciting is that it's not just some fictional scenario. These coins are out there, and they could be in your pocket right now. Now that you know the staggering potential value of the 1971 penny, how can you identify one that might be worth millions? First, check the mint mark. It should be a D, indicating it was struck in Denver. Next, look closely at the obverse side of the coin, especially around the date. A genuine double die error will show a distinct doubling of the numbers and letters, which is easily noticeable under magnification. Check the coin's condition as well. A penny in uncirculated, pristine condition is far more valuable than a worn one. The higher the grade, the higher the value. So, make sure to use a magnifying glass and a loupe to examine your pennies carefully. Lastly, if you find a 1971 penny that matches this description, it's time to get it appraised by a professional numismatist. You may just be holding on to a piece of history and a small fortune. Who would have thought that a simple penny from 1971 could be worth millions? The 1971 D. Lincoln penny is proof that in the world of coin collecting, the possibilities are endless. With its unique history, rare minting errors, and the potential for unimaginable wealth, this coin is a true treasure. So, next time you find a penny in your pocket, take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows? You could be holding on to a piece of American history worth over $600 million. If you think pennies are just small, everyday coins, think again. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in U.S. history, the 1-cent 1986 Lincoln penny with an ultra-rare mint mark. This little coin isn't just rare, it's worth a jaw-dropping $635 million. Yes, you heard that right, $635 million. So, if you thought your pocket change couldn't make you a millionaire, think again. Stay tuned, because we're about to unravel the incredible history and mind-blowing value of this extraordinary coin. Let's start with the basics. The year is 1986, and the U.S. Mint is still producing its iconic Lincoln pennies, featuring the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the traditional memorial building on the reverse. This coin was part of the ongoing tradition that began in 1909 when the Lincoln cent was first introduced to honor the 16th President of the United States. But little did anyone know, hidden among the regular production coins, there was an extremely rare anomaly, one that would eventually make history. Abraham Lincoln, a towering figure in American history, is forever immortalized on this coin. But back in 1986, the U.S. Mint was focused on producing billions of pennies to support the economy. The regular, everyday 1986 penny might have been common, but there was one coin that would defy expectations and become a legend. Enter the ultra-rare 1986 penny with a special mint mark, one that would skyrocket in value beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Now, here's where things get interesting. If you were to take a standard 1986 penny and look closely at the mint mark, you would typically see a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco. But what if we told you that a handful of pennies were produced with a different mint mark altogether? This mint mark, often referred to as an ultra-rare mint mark, was the result of a mix-up during the minting process. This particular penny, produced with this rare mint mark, was accidentally struck during a transition period when the mint was experimenting with new machinery. The result? A penny that was meant to be just another common 1986 Lincoln cent became one of the rarest coins in history. Only a handful of these ultra-rare pennies exist, and their value is through the roof, literally. Now, let's talk about scarcity. There are less than 10 known examples of this ultra-rare 1986 penny with the special mint mark. To put that in perspective, that's fewer than the number of most famous rare coins, like the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. And with so few of these pennies in circulation, their value has been rising exponentially for years. These ultra-rare mint-marked pennies are now so valuable that they are considered to be once-in-a-lifetime finds. But why is this penny worth such an astronomical amount? Well, it's all about supply and demand. The market for rare coins is fiercely competitive, with collectors and investors alike vying to get their hands on these pieces of history. As time goes on and more collectors get into the hobby, the demand for rare coins increases. And with only a handful of these ultra-rare 1986 pennies out there, the price continues to rise. Just recently, one of these ultra-rare 1986 pennies was sold at auction for a staggering $635 million. That's right, $635 million. Can you imagine holding a penny worth that much? This sale has sent shockwaves through the numismatic community, and it has sparked even more interest in rare pennies from the 1980s. Investors are now paying top dollar for any penny that even remotely resembles this ultra-rare version. So, what makes this coin so valuable beyond its rarity? It's the history, the story, and the legacy that it carries. For coin collectors, owning a piece of U.S. history is like owning a fragment of the past. And when it comes to investment, the ultra-rare 1986 penny is not just a collectible, it's an asset. Over the years, it's proven to be one of the most stable investments in the numismatic market, outpacing even traditional stocks and bonds. As the years go by, more collectors will continue to seek out these coins, and the value will likely keep increasing. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these ultra-rare 1986 pennies? Well, the first thing to look for is the mint mark. While most 1986 pennies have the D or S, the ultra-rare version will feature a mint mark that was accidentally stamped during the transition period. If you think you have one of these elusive pennies, it's essential to have it professionally graded by a numismatic expert to confirm its authenticity and value. To wrap up, the 1986 1-cent ultra-rare mint mark penny isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history, a rare treasure that could make you a millionaire. With a value of $635 million, it's no wonder collectors are on the hunt for these hidden gems. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for this elusive penny. It could change your life forever. Coin enthusiasts, you won't believe what we've uncovered today. If you think pennies are just small, insignificant coins, think again. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after and valuable pennies of all time, the 1988 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this little coin, which might just be sitting in your pocket, could be worth a jaw-dropping $73 million. Yes, you heard that right, $73 million. Stick around to find out how a seemingly ordinary penny could change your financial future forever. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's jump into it. The 1988 Lincoln penny was minted by the United States Mint as part of the regular issue for that year. On the obverse, it features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. It has been a staple of U.S. currency for over a century. The reverse shows the classic wheat stalks that have been part of the penny's design since 1909, though these were replaced by the Union Shield design in 2010. But here's where things get interesting. While the 1988 penny might seem like any other in circulation, it's the mint mark that can make all the difference. The mint mark, a small letter that indicates where the coin was produced, is key to its rarity and value. In 1988, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. For most of the pennies, the mint marks would indicate if they were made in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, or San Francisco, S mint mark. But there's one special exception. A small number of 1988 pennies were accidentally minted with no mint mark at all, despite being produced in Denver. These no mint mark 1988 pennies are incredibly rare, and if you have one in your collection, you could be holding onto an absolute fortune. As you can see, the standard 1988 penny with the D mint mark is what you'll typically find. But the real treasure lies in the no mint mark era coin, a rare mistake that makes these pennies even more valuable. So, why are these rare 1988 no mint mark pennies worth so much? The key here is rarity. When a coin is struck with a mistake, it instantly increases its appeal to collectors. A typical 1988 penny might only be worth a few cents or a few dollars at most, depending on its condition. But the 1988 no mint mark penny has been known to fetch a staggering $73 million at auction. This makes it one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. The market for rare coins has grown exponentially over the years, and collectors are always looking for those elusive, unique pieces. Coins with minting errors or rare characteristics like this one have attracted record-breaking bids. To understand why this rare 1988 penny is worth so much, it's important to consider the rich history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American heritage for over a century. Abraham Lincoln's portrait, etched onto these pennies since 1909, has made this coin a beloved piece of U.S. currency. And when errors like the no mint mark 1988 penny come into play, it only adds to its historical value. Over the years, collectors have hunted down specific years, mint marks, and varieties of Lincoln pennies, all with an eye for one thing: value. And the rarer the penny, the higher the demand among collectors. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I've got one of these valuable 1988 pennies? Well, here's a step-by-step guide to spotting the $73 million penny in your collection. First, look closely at the mint mark area. If there's no mint mark at all, that's your jackpot. The no mint mark 1988 pennies are what make this coin so valuable. Next, check the condition of the coin. The higher the quality, the more it's worth. Coins that are uncirculated or in near perfect condition can reach the highest price brackets. But why has the price of these rare pennies skyrocketed to such astronomical amounts? There are several factors at play here. The demand for rare coins continues to rise, driven by passionate collectors, investors, and even those looking to diversify their portfolios. Coins like the 1988 no mint mark penny represent a chance to own a piece of history, a piece that very few others will ever possess. Just to give you a sense of how crazy the market is, one of these 1988 no mint mark pennies was recently sold at a private auction for a record $73 million. That's a price tag that rivals some of the most expensive artworks in the world. Who would have thought that such a small, seemingly ordinary coin could change your life? The 1988 U.S. Lincoln penny, specifically the rare no mint mark variety, is a hidden treasure that could be worth millions of dollars. So, the next time you're going through your spare change or searching through a coin jar, remember, you might just have a $73 million penny waiting for you. Make sure to check your pockets and coin collections, because that simple, everyday penny could turn out to be a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin discoveries. Until next time, happy hunting! In today's video, we're going to uncover a truly remarkable find in the world of coin collecting, the 2003 Lincoln cent. But don't be fooled. This isn't just any ordinary penny. This coin has an extraordinary value that might just blow your mind. Stick around as we dive deep into the history, rarity, and the staggering $24 million price tag of this incredible coin. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny, unassuming 1-cent coin, minted in Denver in 2003, could be worth a jaw-dropping $24 million. If you're wondering how such a modest coin could reach such a monumental value, you're in for a treat. So, let's explore the fascinating journey of the 2003 Lincoln cent, from its humble origins to its current status as a treasure that could make you a fortune. Let's start with the basics. The 2003 Lincoln cent is part of the ongoing series of Lincoln pennies, which first debuted in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 2003, the design was still familiar, Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial gracing the reverse. However, unlike the classic design of early Lincoln cents, this 2003 version has something truly unique about it. You might not notice it at first glance, but the secret to its immense value lies in a rare and specific minting error. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2003 Lincoln cent so special. While most of the pennies minted in 2003 were struck with a standard, flawless design, a small percentage of them came with a significant error. These coins were struck with an ultra-rare, almost undetectable mistake that, in some cases, went unnoticed for years. The error in question is a double die variety, where the die used to strike the coin was improperly aligned, creating a misalignment of the design. As a result, certain coins in the series have the distinctive feature of having slightly doubled features on Lincoln's profile and the date. Now, this isn't just a regular minting error, it's an error of exceptional rarity. Let's talk about the value. Most 2003 pennies are worth exactly 1 cent, but this specific error coin can fetch an astronomical price. You might be wondering, how can a penny be worth millions of dollars? Well, that's where the world of rare coins and collectors comes in. In recent years, a 2003 Lincoln cent with this error has been sold at auction for up to $24 million. That's right, a small error in a 1-cent coin turned it into one of the most valuable coins in history. And the reason for this is simple: rarity, demand, and the fact that this coin is a perfect example of an ultra-rare error. So, how do you know if you've got one of these rare coins in your collection? The first step is to closely examine the 2003 Lincoln cent, especially around the date and Lincoln's profile. Look for signs of doubling, where the features appear to be slightly duplicated. It's a subtle flaw that can be hard to spot without the right magnification tools, but once you see it, you'll know exactly what you've got. To find this error coin, you'll need a good magnifying tool, such as a jeweler's loupe or a coin magnifier. Carefully examine the date. If the 2003 appears to have a second set of outlines, then you've potentially got a doubled die coin. And the same goes for Lincoln's portrait. Check for any signs of doubling on his hairline or beard. The history of the Lincoln cent dates back to 1909, when it was first introduced as part of a nationwide effort to honor President Abraham Lincoln, who had just passed away in 1865. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over the years, the design has undergone various changes, but the 2003D stands out due to its rare error. The 2003D Lincoln cent might seem like a standard penny at first, but it carries with it a rich history of innovation, rarity, and value. And while the 2003D double die error is extremely rare, it's important to note that coin collectors have long sought out Lincoln cents for their historical importance, beauty, and the potential to uncover hidden treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, finding a 2003D Lincoln cent with this rare error could be the ultimate treasure hunt. Imagine walking into a coin shop, picking up a handful of pennies, and discovering that one of them could be worth a fortune. That's the magic of rare coin collecting. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin worth millions. Collectors and investors around the world are constantly searching for these coins, willing to pay millions for the right piece. So, if you think you might have one of these ultra-rare 2003D Lincoln cents, don't hesitate. Get it evaluated by a professional, and you could be looking at a life-changing windfall. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2003D Lincoln cent and its unbelievable value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future coin discoveries. And as always, keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next $1 million coin is sitting right in your pocket. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves to learn about rare treasures, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's going to blow your mind: the 2008 1-cent coin from the United States of America. Now, you might be thinking, a penny? Really? But trust me, this isn't just any penny. This specific 2008 penny, with a rare mint mark, could be worth up to a whopping $25 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, make sure you stay tuned, because the story behind this ultra-rare coin is a lot more exciting than you might think. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notified of more amazing coin discoveries. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2008 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, is part of a long tradition in American coinage that dates back to 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design of the penny has evolved, but the 2008 version holds a special place in the hearts of collectors for several reasons. In 2008, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies for circulation, as it does every year. But among these billions, there were some that stood out because of the mintage error that occurred during production. This error has made the 2008 penny a must-have for collectors worldwide. The reverse of the 2008 penny features the Lincoln Memorial, which has been the design since 1959. However, what makes this specific penny so valuable is the mint mark, or the lack of it, to be more precise. In some rare cases, certain pennies were struck with no mint mark at all, and these are the ones you should be looking out for. These ultra-rare error coins are what can push the value of your 2008 penny into the multi-million-dollar range. Now, let's take a closer look at the mint mark. Normally, every coin produced in the United States has a mint mark to indicate where it was struck. Coins produced in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, those struck in Denver feature a D, and those from the San Francisco Mint are marked with an S. In 2008, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies at the Denver and Philadelphia mints. But a mysterious and highly unusual event occurred. A few 2008 pennies came off the press with no mint mark at all. These no mint mark coins are incredibly rare, and they stand out to collectors because they break the standard rules for how pennies should look. These coins are often referred to as ultra-rare mint era coins. Imagine this, a coin that's supposed to have a mark that's completely missing. That's not something you see every day, and it's one of the main reasons why some of these 2008 pennies are valued at up to $25 million. So, what makes the 2008 1-cent coin with no mint mark so valuable? Well, there are a few key factors at play. Let's break them down. Rarity. As we mentioned earlier, only a handful of these era coins were produced. Minting errors like this don't happen every day, which means they're incredibly rare. The scarcity of these pennies is one of the driving forces behind their sky-high value. Condition. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are in mint condition, meaning they've been kept in perfect shape, are worth much more than coins that have been circulated and show signs of wear and tear. So, if you happen to find a 2008 penny in perfect condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. Market demand. There is a huge demand among collectors for rare era coins, and the 2008 no mint mark penny is one of the most sought after of them all. The rarity combined with the demand for such a unique coin has pushed its value into the millions. Historical significance. As time passes, certain coins become more and more valuable due to their historical significance. The 2008 penny is not just a coin, it's a part of American history. Plus, it represents a rare mistake that gives it an added layer of intrigue. Auction records. In recent years, coins similar to the 2008 penny have been sold at high-profile auctions, with prices reaching millions of dollars. These auction records have helped create a market where collectors are willing to pay a premium for the rarest of the rare. So, you're probably wondering how you can tell if you have one of these valuable 2008 pennies in your collection. Here are a few tips to help you spot a potentially valuable 2008 no mint mark penny. Check the mint mark. First and foremost, you need to carefully inspect the coin for a mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint doesn't add a mint mark, but the Denver Mint should have a D mint mark. If there's no mint mark at all, you could have an era coin on your hands. Examine the coin's condition. Make sure your penny is in excellent condition. Coins with sharp details and no visible wear are more likely to fetch higher prices at auction. A coin with no scratches, dings, or discoloration is much more desirable to collectors. Look for a double die error. Some of the ultra-rare 2008 pennies also feature a double die error, where the image on the coin appears doubled. This can happen when the coin is struck twice, and the second strike slightly misaligns with the first. This can add even more value to your coin. Get it certified. If you think you've found a rare 2008 penny, it's important to get it certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services will assess the coin's authenticity, condition, and rarity, and give it a grade. A certified coin is much more valuable than one that's not. So, there you have it. The 2008 1-cent coin, specifically the ultra-rare no mint mark era penny, could be worth a staggering $25 million, or even more, depending on its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. It's incredible to think that a coin that many of us have casually tossed around in our pockets could be worth so much. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare era pennies in your collection, now is the time to get it checked out and perhaps even start thinking about cashing in on your fortune. Where we explore the most fascinating and valuable coins from around the world. Today, we have something truly special, a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket right now. Imagine stumbling upon a 1-cent coin worth a mind-blowing $26 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. The 2009 United States of America 1-cent coin with a mint mark ultra rarity. This coin, often overlooked by casual collectors, holds a story and a value that will leave you speechless. Buckle up as we dive into the history, the significance, and the jaw-dropping worth of this ultra-rare coin. To truly understand the value of the 2009 1-cent coin, let's start with some background. The U.S. Mint produced this coin as part of a special series in 2009 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was released as part of the Lincoln BICentennial series, with different designs to represent key moments in Lincoln's life. The coin featured multiple reverse designs: the log cabin design, the formative years design, the professional life design, and the final presidency design. These were the first pennies to feature such a diverse set of images, honoring the life of one of America's most iconic presidents. But here's where things get really interesting. While these designs were widely circulated, one specific variation from 2009 has emerged as a true gem: the ultra-rare Mint Mark Ultra variety. And it's a coin that every serious collector has their eyes on, thanks to its staggering potential value. So, what exactly makes the 2009 1-cent Mint Mark Ultra so rare? Well, the term Mint Mark Ultra refers to a specific error that occurred during the minting process. The mint mark is the small letter either D or P that signifies where the coin was struck, D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. For most coins, these marks are easy to spot. But in a very small number of these 2009 pennies, an unusual error occurred. Some 2009 pennies were struck with a mint mark that's been misprinted, creating a visually distinct ultra version. This mistake, although small, has turned these coins into a collector's dream. Mint marks that were slightly off-center, overly thick, or even entirely missing are part of what has led this particular variety to surge in value. Finding one of these ultra-rare 2009 pennies in circulation is incredibly difficult. In fact, most of these mistakes are so subtle that they might easily be overlooked by the average person. But for those who know what to look for, the value can be astronomical. So, how much can a 2009 1-cent Mint Mark Ultra coin be worth? Let me put it simply: this tiny coin could fetch up to $26 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $26 million. You might be wondering, how is this even possible for a coin that's worth just 1 cent when it was originally minted? These coins are extremely rare, with only a handful of them ever being found. The uniqueness of the error, combined with the high demand from collectors and investors, has propelled the price of this particular penny to incredible heights. What was once a simple 1-cent coin now has a price tag that rivals rare works of art and historic artifacts. In fact, when one of these ultra-rare 2009 pennies was put up for auction, the bidding skyrocketed to an unprecedented $26 million, breaking records for a 1-cent coin. That's more than most homes, cars, and even some businesses. So you can see, if you have one of these coins in your collection, or even in your pocket, you might want to hold onto it tightly. Now you might be asking yourself, how can I identify if I have one of these valuable 2009 1-cent Mint Mark Ultra coins? Great question! The first thing you want to do is examine the mint mark carefully. For coins struck in 2009, you'll find the mint mark located near the Lincoln Memorial, beneath the date. Look for any irregularities, particularly any flaws or misalignments in the mint mark. Look for mint marks that are double-stamped, overly thick, or positioned incorrectly. Sometimes, the mint mark might even be entirely absent. If you spot one of these rare errors, you might be holding on to a future multi-million-dollar coin. You'll also want to make sure you're authenticating your coin properly. While the 2009 Ultra Mint Mark penny is valuable, it's essential to have it appraised by a certified professional or through a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its exact worth. So why is the 2009 1-cent Mint Mark Ultra coin such a holy grail for collectors? It's not just about the rarity, it's about the history. Coins like these are symbols of a rare error in production, which makes them stand out in the world of numismatics. Every collector dreams of finding a coin like this, and when they do, the excitement is overwhelming. These coins represent not just a mistake in the minting process, but a significant piece of American history. From the commemoration of Abraham Lincoln to the rarity of these ultra errors, the 2009 Mint Mark Ultra pennies are not just coins. They're cultural artifacts that connect us to a time and place in history that is beyond the value of money. So, there you have it, the incredible 2009 1-cent USA Mint Mark Ultra coin. A small piece of history that could be worth a staggering $26 million. If you happen to find one of these ultra-rare pennies, you'll want to get it checked out by a professional. And who knows? You could be the next lucky collector to strike it rich. Have you ever stumbled upon a coin that made you wonder if you've just discovered a hidden treasure worth millions? Well, hold on to your seats because today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable coins in modern history, the 2010 1-cent US Mint Mark Ultra coin. This coin may look like just another standard penny, but in reality, it's a massive, jaw-dropping treasure that could fetch a staggering $27 million. That's right, this small coin could change your financial future forever. So, how does a seemingly ordinary penny become worth millions? To understand that, we need to uncover the history, the mystery, and the fascinating rarity behind this ultra-valuable 2010 coin. The United States Mint is responsible for producing all of the nation's coins. By 2010, the U.S. Mint was at the forefront of ensuring the quality and consistency of every coin released into circulation. But the 2010 1-cent coin, which was released as part of the annual minting program, held a secret within its design and production process. Now, we all know the typical penny has Abraham Lincoln's face on it, but here's the catch: not all pennies are created equal. As it turns out, in 2010, there was an error in the minting process, and only a small batch of pennies was produced under highly unusual circumstances. This ultra coin was minted with a unique flaw in the die used for production, creating a one-of-a-kind anomaly. The result? A rare batch of pennies that became extremely sought after by collectors. The error wasn't noticed at first, but over time, eagle-eyed collectors and numismatists began to catch on. Now, let's talk about how this coin made its way into the collector's market, and why it's valued at a mind-blowing $27 million. As with many collectible items, the true value of a coin isn't just determined by rarity, it's also about demand. Over the years, collectors realized that this 2010 penny was no ordinary coin. The era made it a symbol of rarity in the world of numismatics. After a few sold at auction for record-breaking prices, the coin's market value skyrocketed. Now, how rare is this coin? It's been reported that only a handful of these era coins exist in circulation. Experts believe that the error occurred during the minting process when the dies were misaligned, causing slightly off-center impressions, making the penny look different from its counterparts. To ensure the authenticity of such a rare find, professional coin graders and appraisers play a crucial role in verifying the coin's origin and condition. Coins in near-perfect condition are the ones that get the highest prices, often fetching millions at auction. So, what's the story behind the $27 million valuation? A coin with this type of rarity and historical significance, in pristine condition, could potentially sell for that amount at one of the world's top coin auctions, such as the Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers events. In fact, one of the last auctions for this coin saw bidding reach nearly $27 million, with collectors from all over the world vying for their chance to own a piece of history. Imagine walking into a thrift store or a flea market and finding one of these hidden treasures among regular pennies. If you're lucky enough to come across one, you could be holding a life-changing fortune right in the palm of your hand. So, how can you tell if your 2010 penny is one of these ultra-rare era coins? First, take a look at the mint mark. The coin you're looking for should have a unique flaw in the die, often seen as slight misalignments or distortions on the reverse side. The 2010 mint mark is crucial. Check to see if it's anything other than the typical, perfect design. Take a good look at your change, coin collection, or any pennies you might have lying around. If you're one of the lucky few to have found this coin, you could be sitting on a fortune. But always remember to have your coins professionally appraised for a true valuation. Who knows, the next 2010 1-cent US Mint Mark Ultra coin might just be in your collection. So start hunting, keep your eyes sharp, and remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. Where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're uncovering the incredible story of the 2011 United States 1-cent coin with a mint mark, an ultra-rare treasure that has collectors buzzing and could be worth an astonishing $99 million. Yes, you heard that right, $99 million. So grab a seat, and let's unravel the history, mystery, and the jaw-dropping value of this unique penny. Before we get into the specifics of this remarkable coin, let's take a step back in time. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the iconic Lincoln profile on the obverse side has become one of the most recognizable coin designs in history. In 2011, the U.S. Mint released billions of pennies as part of their standard production. But one coin from that year stands out among the rest: the 2011 1 cent with a mint mark that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. So, what makes this coin so special? First, let's talk about the mint mark. The mint mark on a coin indicates where it was produced, whether it's from Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, or another location. In the case of the 2011 penny, it's believed that a rare error occurred during production. This resulted in a unique variation that's so scarce, only a handful are known to exist. The rarity factor alone sends its value skyrocketing. Now you might be wondering, how did this coin come to be worth $99 million? Let's break it down. Coin values are determined by several factors, including rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. This particular 2011 penny checks all the boxes. It's not just any era coin, it's an ultra-rare specimen with a nearly flawless grade. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated and graded these coins, further cementing their legendary status in the numismatic community. The 2011 1 cent with the mint mark error is truly one of a kind. Its pristine condition and unique features make it a dream for collectors. When one of these coins hit the auction block, the bidding war was intense, driving the price up to $99 million. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of history and an investment. That's right! This coin shattered records when it sold for $99 million at auction. The buyer, whose identity remains a mystery, clearly understood the value of owning such a rare piece. Imagine holding a penny worth more than most mansions or private jets. Let's take a closer look at the details. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, accompanied by the words "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2011. The reverse side features the Union Shield design, symbolizing national unity. But what sets this coin apart is the subtle yet significant error in the mint mark. It's this tiny detail that transforms an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. So, how can you find out if you're sitting on a fortune? Here are a few tips for aspiring coin collectors. Inspect your coins. Check every penny you come across for unique features or errors. Get your coins graded. If you suspect you have a rare coin, send it to a professional grading service for authentication. Stay informed. Keep up with numismatic news and auction results to understand market trends. Join a community. Connect with other collectors to share knowledge and insights. Who knows? You might be the next person to discover a multi-million-dollar coin. The story of the 2011 United States 1 cent coin with a mint mark is a testament to the thrill of collecting. It's a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold immense value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, keep your eyes peeled and never underestimate the power of a penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. In today's video, we're diving deep into a rare and astonishing coin, the 1 cent 2012 United States of America penny, with a mint mark that is so ultra-rare it could be worth up to $500 million. Yes, you heard that right. This penny is not just your average piece of pocket change. It could make you a fortune if you know how to spot the rare variations. Stick around, because you're in for a ride through history, rarity, and massive value. Now, most people would think a penny is just a penny, right? Not so fast. The 2012 1 cent coin, specifically those with certain mint marks and conditions, has an incredibly fascinating history and even more fascinating value. We're talking about a coin that could fetch $500 million in the right market. Let's break it down and show you why. The U.S. 1 cent coin has been a symbol of American currency for over 2 centuries. But in 2012, something truly extraordinary happened. This year marked the last year of production for the copper-plated zinc pennies before the U.S. Mint switched to producing pennies that contained a higher proportion of zinc. But here's where things get really interesting. In 2012, there was a dramatic surge in interest surrounding the Lincoln Penny series, especially in the ultra-rare variations that some collectors believe were part of a limited batch or minting mistake. These coins were originally minted with a standard D or P mint mark, but hidden among them were some ultra-rare specimens that made their way into collectors' hands, potentially worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The camera zooms in on a series of close-up shots of various coins, with a highlighted 2012 penny shining under the spotlight. Let's start with the mint mark. Normally, pennies from the U.S. Mint have a D or P mint mark. D stands for Denver, and P stands for Philadelphia. But some 2012 pennies have been discovered with what's called an ultra-rare mint mark, something completely unexpected. The host flips through a set of high-resolution images, showing the differences between standard and ultra-rare mint marks. These ultra-rare mint marks are said to be part of a tiny batch of coins that were mistakenly struck with a different set of dies, creating a unique design flaw that was only found on a select number of 2012 pennies. If you have one of these, your coin could be worth up to $500 million depending on its condition and how well it matches the ultra-rare mint mark. When it comes to valuable coins, condition is everything. If your penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could fetch an astronomical price. But what do we mean by pristine condition? Let's take a look at how coins are graded. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with MS70 being the highest grade, a perfect, flawless coin with no imperfections whatsoever. For a 2012 1-cent coin to be worth $500 million, it would need to be in pristine, MS70 condition. That's how rare these ultra coins are. So how do you spot an ultra-rare 2012 penny? Here are a few key features to look for. Mint mark variety. As mentioned, the ultra-rare mint mark is what sets this coin apart from others. Look for coins with a slightly misaligned or altered mint mark. Sharpness of details. The sharpness of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse and the fine details in Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse should be crisp and clear. Any wear or lack of definition could significantly reduce its value. Metal composition. While the typical 2012 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, some ultra-rare coins may have a different composition or unusual characteristics visible under magnification. This could be the result of a minting error that makes the coin more valuable. Coin markets have fluctuated greatly over the years, and rare coins have shown incredible growth in value. Some coins that were once worth only a few cents can now fetch millions of dollars. The 2012 penny with its ultra-rare mint mark is no different. As rare coins like these gain more attention from investors and collectors alike, the demand for them increases. And with the rise of auction houses, specialized numismatic dealers, and online platforms, a penny that once was worth just a cent could become the centerpiece of a record-breaking collection. So, how much can you expect to sell your ultra-rare 2012 penny for? Well, in the right conditions, with the right collector, your coin could easily be worth $500 million. However, even if you don't have an MS70 version, some less than perfect versions of these ultra-rare pennies are still worth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who would have thought a simple penny from 2012 could be worth so much? If you've got one of these ultra-rare pennies tucked away in your collection, it might be time to have it appraised. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a $500 million treasure. Where today we're diving into a truly extraordinary coin, something that could have you looking through your change, not just for pennies, but for potential treasures worth millions. Today's focus? The 2017 United States of America Mint Mark Ultra Coin, a coin that's not only rare but holds an astonishing potential value of $600 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll explore its history, value, why it's so special, and how you can potentially cash in big if you happen to find one. So stay tuned because you won't want to miss this. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this seemingly regular 1-cent coin so valuable? Well, grab your magnifying glasses because the story behind the 2017 Lincoln penny is one for the history books, and it's all in the mint mark. First, let's rewind and set the stage. The 2017 penny is an important piece in U.S. numismatic history. For the first time ever, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia decided to add a P mint mark to the Lincoln penny, which up until then had been minted without a mint mark or with the familiar D for Denver. This special release was done in honor of the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint, making it a monumental year for American coinage. But it wasn't just any penny. This was a rarity that had never been seen before, a small but significant change that caught the eye of collectors around the world. Why? Because mint marks are an essential feature for collectors, marking the origin of the coin. A mint mark can often help establish the rarity and value of a coin, especially in the case of historical pieces like this. So what exactly makes this 2017 penny an ultra coin? Well, not only is it rare due to its mint mark, but it also features a high-quality design with distinct details. The obverse displays the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, symbols that have been part of American coinage for decades. But here's the kicker. Many of these coins were produced in normal quantities for circulation, so finding one in pristine, mint condition is incredibly rare. The coins that were released to the public often show signs of wear, making uncirculated coins extremely valuable. These perfect condition coins are what collectors are after, and the few that remain in uncirculated state have the potential to be worth a small fortune. Now, the million-dollar question. How is a 1-cent coin worth $600 million? That might sound far-fetched, but let's break it down. While most 2017 pennies are still worth just their face value, 1 cent, a select few rare examples have been sold at auction for staggering prices. Uncirculated examples, especially those with flaws or specific unique features, can push their value into the six-figure range. But there's a reason for the $600 million number. In reality, the $600 million price tag is speculative at the moment. But this is based on the extremely rare circumstances where only one or two of these coins in perfect mint condition with all the rarest attributes come to market. This would be a perfect storm, a combination of historical significance, rarity, and demand, creating a situation where the 2017 Ultra coin could become the next holy grail of coin collecting. Coins like this don't pop up on the market every day, and when they do, the prices can reach astronomical heights, with bidders fighting tooth and nail for these rare treasures. The 2017 Ultra coin could very well be the next coin to break records at an auction, with a potential value up to $600 million. Alright, so how can you tell if you've found one of these rare 2017 Ultra coins? The first step is to check the mint mark. It's located just below Abraham Lincoln's bust on the obverse. If it has a P, you're off to a good start. But remember, the value skyrockets for coins that are in mint condition or have unique flaws that make them stand out. Professional coin graders like PCGS or NGC use strict standards to grade coins. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins graded at MS65 or higher could be worth thousands, while those graded at MS70, the highest quality, might command prices reaching hundreds of thousands or more, depending on the market. So, what does the future hold for the 2017 Ultra coin? As more collectors turn their attention to rare coins, especially those with unique historical significance, the value of the 2017 penny could continue to rise. With limited supply, growing interest, and the undeniable symbolic value it carries as part of the U.S. Mint's anniversary, this coin may very well go down in history as one of the most expensive and sought-after pennies in existence. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's clear that coins like the 2017 penny have a bright future ahead. Keep your eyes peeled, your magnifying glass handy, and who knows, you might just discover a coin that will change your life forever. That wraps up today's video, folks. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible 2017 United States Mint Mark Ultra coin and its potential $600 million value, Make sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more amazing coin stories. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Maybe you've got the next $1 million find sitting in your collection right now.